Thanks, yeah.
Well, we'll give it a go.
Why not? Let's go.
It looks the same.
No. According to my sonic screwdriver, we have now managed to time travel our way into the future.
Oh!
40 years in the future.
40 years?
To the decade of the 2010s.
20. I'm going to have to change my 1970s is a minute there. Right, well, we better go down to the 2010s.
Right, okay,
then.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
So we're not in the 1970s. I have to try and remember that, but move forward. Okay.
But we know some stuff about this, don't we?
I think so.
This was the busiest decade for our church.
Okay.
Reverend McIntyre retired, and the Reverend Paul Dalzell was installed in 2012. Then in 2013, the Northern Ireland Environment Agency took the decision to list our church building and the Allen Hall, which drastically changed our plans to upgrade the church. But after years of mindful deliberation, our building project of restoration and refurbishment finally got started in 2016, once we had managed to entice the bats out of the belfry.
After 18 months of hard work and disruption, our newly restored church opened its doors again on the 16th of June 2018, just in time for the installation of a new fantasy and sci-fi loving minister known as the Reverend Edward Mackenzie, whoever he is. What have we let ourselves in for? Change is happening all around. In America, a famous businessman and television star known as Donald Trump became the unexpected winner of the presidential election while up against Hillary Clinton in a very close race to the White House. But I'm sure that wouldn't last long.
The rise of the smartphone took over the world, with the social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok taking up much of people's free time, and not always in a positive way. The world of entertainment was led by a new cultural phenomenon known as Game of Thrones, filmed in our very own backyard here in Northern Ireland, and even starring some of our own Craiga members and local celebrities, probably still receiving royalties to this day.
On the big screen, blockbuster movies raked in millions at the box office. In 2017, one such movie took on the unusual storyline of a certain P.T. Barnum, otherwise known as the Greatest Showman. And our brownies will now take to the stage in their tribute to this record-breaking musical. I managed to work it myself. I went back to the 1970s because it was safer to travel back in time. So we're now safely back in the 1970s. It was a decade in which we said farewell to the Reverend Arthur Barber. We also welcomed in our new minister, the Reverend Albert Slee. Now, the 1970s saw the start of a very turbulent time in Northern Ireland. 13 civilians were killed and 29 injured by British paratroopers at a civil rights march in Derry. This is now referred to as Bloody Sunday. As a result of the growing unrest, 1972 saw the imposition of home rule onto the province. Elsewhere in the news, women were everywhere. Margaret Thatcher became the first female party leader and then the first female Prime Minister in 1979. The Queen celebrated her Silver Jubilee, and in the same year, Virginia Wade won the Wimbledon ladies singles title. Louise Brown, the first test tube baby, was born in 1978, and back on a local level, Mairead Corrigan and Betty Williams started up the Peace People, leading to the Nobel Peace Prize. Virtually every home by now had a television, and in 1974, the highest viewing figures ever recorded was for a particular program. Anybody guess? 1974, a comedy duo, not on deck, Morecambe and Wise, correct, highest viewing figures ever. But something new came to the stage of cricket in the 1970s. For the first time ever, we put on our own pantomime in January 1979. I think I've been at them all. I know I don't look old enough, but I think I have. These became an annual institution and continued for well over 30 years. We asked several people about their favourite panto moments. There were so many to choose from. I would not run through them all now, but there's one moment that kept cropping up time and time again in all times people's favourites. And so, if we can, I got told to talk a long while they get ready, but anyway, we would now like to whisk you off to Sherwood Forest to see what awaits us. I can't see with all the lights. Get the lights are now going to this. Is it the Merry Men or is it the Celebrity Traders? I can't tell the difference. his green tights. Again, and he may well have green tights on, whatever he's wearing now tonight, but did you enjoy that comment? Yeah. Okay. We now have reached the 1980s, okay? Many events, both happy and sad, dominated the headlines. Britain went to war with Argentina over the Falkland Islands, and other tragedies included an IRA bomb blast at the Conservative Party conference, killing 5 politicians and their wives. There was the Brugge ferry disaster off the coast of Belgium, which left over 200 drowned, the Pan-American air disaster over Lockerbie, and the worst ever sporting tragedy in Britain when 94 Liverpool football fans were killed on the Hillsborough Stadium when the barrage collapsed. That was a cheery decade, wasn't it, you know? On a much happier note, it was the decade when we saw the fairy tale wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer at St Paul's Cathedral. In 1984, Torval and Dean won their Olympic gold for ice dancing with their perfect score of 6s. And on the box there were also some changes, with the launch of a Channel 4 television and a new earlier start to the day with the arrival of Breakfast Time television with Talina Scott and Frank Ball. Young people were starting to show signs of maturity and responsibility as they tried to tackle world issues. One example being Live Aid, when thousands packed Wembley Stadium in their attempt to feed the world. Closer to home, the youth of Craigor were also becoming more demanding. They wanted a new hall, and they managed to get it with the opening of our new purpose-built youth centre in 1989. The film industry still dominated with largely American influences on the big screen. In 1980, a musical set in downtown Chicago about 2 fugitives, Jake and Elwood, became a huge hit and spin-off onto a stage musical as well. It managed to inspire the men in our own congregation too. So to the stage, I'd like to welcome one of our newest organisations, the Bruise Brothers, who are going to show us what it was to be part of the Blues Brothers.
from now to the 1990s, and then I'll be lie down. In 1994, Mrs. Jessie Barber published her book, The Rock in the Flame, and we must thank her for providing us with most of the historical background for this evening. The Reverend Sleeth also became a Doctor of Ministry from the University of Chicago. The news at that time was dominated by the ousting of Margaret Thatcher from power, leaving the path clear for her successor, John Major. But as one woman went out of the headlines, another went in. Mary Robinson became the first woman President of Ireland, and Helen Sharman became the first woman in space. The Channel Tunnel went up, and the Berlin Wall came tumbling down. And in 1998, the political parties in Northern Ireland signed up to the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. On the entertainment side of things, big budget musicals were the big thing in theatre, largely due to the talents of Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber. Music, or what they call music nowadays, is everywhere. Pop stars are amongst the wealthiest people in the world, and many seem to be barely into their teens before they've earned their first million. However, in the 1990s, we see the definite birthplace of the boy band and the girl band, with the likes of Boyzone, Westlife and the Spice Girls regularly topping the charts. These women told us what they want, what they really, really want. With all these women taking over what were traditionally male-dominated roles, it was only a matter of time until the church had to embrace this growing trend. In November 1994, a new comedy came to our screens and ended up running for over 25 years with its seasonal and comic relief specials. Let me hand you over to our own congregational committee, who are going to switch places to show you what their counterparts in Dibley Parish Council would have made of a church committee meeting.
Shall I minute that, sir?
Do you normally minute it?
Well, I'd like to.
Then do it again. Right, let's get this one over and done with quickly.
Sorry I'm late. Trouble with the old guts again, I'm afraid. Anne Graham made me one of her lovely apple pies. But unfortunately, she used Beth McNair's recipe. Now, the apples were lovely. It was the jelly deals and peri-peri prawns that was the problem. I haven't flushed the toilet for 10 days and I've just regained consciousness.
Would you like me to read the minutes back to you?
I hardly think we need to take up all this time.
Shall I minute the bit about Owen's guts?
No. Now, do we have any apologies?
Yes.
Jim, what is it?
I want to apologise for not attending the bridge evening last Tuesday.
You don't have to apologise for that.
But I want to.
No, I mean, apologies means you only have to apologise for not being here.
But I am here. I could go away if you like and then come back next time and apologise for not being here next time.
Really, I just wondered if anyone would like a cup of tea. Oh, hello, attractive for that tea party.
What have you got? Time.
Oh, spilled some taramassanato on it earlier.
It's very nice.
Oh, yes, I rather like it too. I didn't do it on purpose, but I will do in future.
Oh, sit down, you two. Sit down. I would like to bring up the matter of our spring fair. I think we would put a bigger crowd if we had someone famous to open it, like a TV personality, not some pompous counsellor who nobody wants to see. Who opened it last year?
I think you'll find it was me.
Well, I'm still friendly with the Best family. They are local celebrities.
The Best family? You don't think you could see if you get Callum Best? Bit of a hunk just like his dad George?
I was thinking more Barrett Best.
Now, about the spring fair. As it's near to Easter, will you want me to hire the usual Easter bunny outfit for this?
I suppose so. How else would the children get their Easter eggs?
What do you mean, hire an Easter Bunny outfit? Why can't the Easter Bunny deliver the eggs himself?
Oh, you don't still believe in the Easter Bunny, do you?
Of course I do. What? If someone told me that the Easter Bunny didn't exist, I don't know what I'd do.
Well, before Mrs. Croppy died, she asked me to buy all the eggs to deliver to the children in the village, as he was far too busy filling out all the forms for the Child Support Agency.
What, with being a bunny and all that, I'm sure he would have a lot of children.
Exactly. And we wouldn't want him to become a hot cross bunny now, would we?
No. Well, that's okay then, if you're only helping out the real Easter Bunny.
Any other business? No light then?
Actually, there is something I need to bring up urgently, and it's not Anne's apple pie. As chair of the Deputy Maintenance Committee, we need to address the problem of damp in the church.
What is it, Owen?
Well, Vicar, damp is the presence of excess moisture within a building, leading to musty smells, mold growth, and potential structural damage.
I know what damp is. I mean, how bad is it in our church?
Oh, it's pretty bad, Vicar, and it's going to cost us a pretty penny to fix it, and we might have to close the church for a while.
Has anybody got any ideas how we can raise this money?
Well, the lottery's the obvious answer.
But we can't partake in the lottery. We're Presbyterians.
Well, I wish someone had told me I've been buying lucky dips for years.
We could try approaching someone rich and famous.
But what about Richard Branson? He has a beard. He looks a bit like Jesus. He runs a company called Virgin, and Jesus' mum was a virgin.
You will have to minute that, Dibley. Sorry. Dibley can't afford to repair the roof. Sorry.
Hold on. Stop writing, Frank. Can't isn't a word in the Christian vocabulary.
Oh, yes, it is. You can't commit adultery, you can't steal, you can't even covet your neighbour's ass.
No, what I mean is, we can achieve anything we want to. They said to Jesus, you can't walk on water, but he did.
They told me, you can't believe it's not butter. But I did.
One of us could go on a quiz show and try to win some money.
That's not a bad idea, Frank.
Did I tell you when I went on that game show on Channel 4 with all the boxes? I was down to the last two boxes, £250,000 in one and 10p in the other. The banker offered me £100,000 and no lemons. Asked me a question, deal or no deal. Well, I wanted the deal. So I said, no deal. And for some strange reason that I cannot fathom to this day, they thought I meant no deal. So I offered the money.
What was in the box?
10p.
What about a charity single? We could record a song, make money every time someone buys it or it's played on the radio.
Why, Alice, you're not just a pretty face. That's a great idea. and we can put on a concert to perform it.
Only one problem, Vicar. Can any of us sing?
I'm afraid I'm tone deaf when it comes to holding a note.
Oh, I'm sure you have a lovely voice here.
I love listening to the opera, but I can't sort out my baritones or my sopranos.
What about you, Jim?
No, I can't.
Well, I will have you know that I am quite a good singer.
Really, Wood? You kept that like hidden under your bushel?
I have no idea what's under my bushel, but I will let you know that I sing to my sheep sometimes, especially if I have to perform an internal examination. Singing to the sheep seems to help them relax.
Well, if it works for your sheep, then maybe we could give it a go.
I hope it can be something original and not some dreadful cover version that they turn out in comic relief or the local church pageant.
Something original it is then. Why don't we throw something together right now, eh?
You start us off and we'll all join in.
Oh, look at that pretty young thing. Oh, look at that girl on the piano. Can we have some music, please? There's a hole in the church roof, dear vicar, dear vicar. There's a hole in the church roof, and a big one at that.
Well, fix it, dear Owen, dear Owen, dear Owen. Well, fix it, dear Owen, and you'd better be quick.
But how shall we fix it, dear vicar, dear vicar? How shall we fix it? We've no cash to spare.
We'll fundraise to get some, dear vicar. We'll fundraise to get some. We can't wait too long.
Let's hear your ideas then to fundraise, Let's hear your ideas then, and then we'll decide.
A wine tasting evening, dear vicar. A wine tasting evening, dear vicar.
A teddy bear's picnic, dear vicar, dear vicar. A teddy bear's picnic, all cuddly and cute.
A charity pub quiz, dear vicar, dear vicar. A charity pub quiz, the winner takes all.
A sheep shearing contest, vicar. A sheep shearing contest, please everyone.
Some poetry reading, dear vicar. Some poetry reading, not boring at all.
A beauty queen pageant, dear vicar, dear vicar. A beauty queen pageant with swimsuits and heels.
A Cadbury bake-off with chocolate and sweeties, and Cadbury bake-off and plenty for me.
Let's stick with a concert, dear vicar, dear vicar. Let's stick with a concert. We all can chip in.
But where shall we hold it, dear vicar, dear vicar? But where shall we hold it? I can't think of where.
In our own church in Dibley, you numbskulls. In our own church in Dibley, there's plenty of room.
But the hole in our church roof, dear vicar, dear vicar. There's a hole in our church roof, dear vicar. A hole!
Just about 5 minutes Okay. Now, this is the part where I'm going to tell you one of my jokes.
Well, you may call them jokes, but actually, I don't think they're very funny.
Well, I'm going to tell you one anyway, so listen very carefully.
Okay.
Right. Okay, here we go. So the man from McDonald's went to see the Presbyterian moderator, and said, I'm going to give you £1 million if you will change the wording of your prayer to say, give us this day our daily hamburger. And the moderator says, oh, you can't do that.
Oh no, we couldn't say hamburger. McNuggets maybe, but not a hamburger.
So, the man from McDonald's said, well, what if I raised it to £10 million? That would be a lot of money for the Presbyterian Church, but I still don't think we could do that. I'd have to go to the General Assembly and ask them. So, moderator went down to church house and spoke to the General Assembly. So he said to them, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I have a way of getting 12 million smackaroonies for the Presbyterian Church. But the bad news is we're going to have to lose our sponsorship with Ormo.
I don't
Get it? Get it? Dilly bread? Dilly bread? Ormo?
Oh,
Ormo dilly bread?
colour the bread. That is funny.
She gets it! She actually gets it! Hallelujah!
At long last, we have reached the year 2000, or what is now known as the noughties, the start of the new millennium. The fact that we weren't all wiped out by the millennium bug still amazes us, or was it all just a bit of a media hype? We are now in the computer age, and so if you didn't have a mouse, a modem, or an email address, then you were certainly going to be left behind. The social media platform Facebook was launched, and Apple invented the iPod, which changed the way we listen to music, and Amazon introduced the Kindle, which changed the way we read. The television is still the primary form of entertainment, with the soap opera and the quiz show scoring the highest ratings. However, the introduction of Netflix was to change the face of TV for the future. But more importantly, Doctor Who returned to our screens after a 25-year break and took on widespread popularity with a new generation. The National Lottery turned us all into a nation of gamblers, and so you can't switch on the box without being tempted to phone in with your answer with the latest big cash giveaway. For Craigie, the year 2000 was our centenary year, with many events taking place, including an anniversary pageant put on by all the organisations. Thank goodness they never thought to repeat that idea. We had new windows unveiled in the church, including our Millennium window, as well as our Ella Stewart Memorial window. Dr. Sleeth retired, and the Reverend Hastings McIntyre was installed as the new minister, although he was a familiar face in Craigie, having served previously as an assistant minister. Our Sunday school was merged with Children's Church to become Kids Zone in an effort to encourage more families to get involved again with Craigie. In the wider world, the evidence of climate change was to become more apparent with hurricanes, earthquakes and tsunamis. But the date of the 11th of September 2001, otherwise known as 9/11, will become forever etched in our memories for the bombing of the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York and the loss of almost 3,000 lives. Barack Obama became the first black American president, and the world of entertainment lost the king of pop, Michael Jackson. In June 2008, a new phenomenon was to hit the big screen, which gave a resurgence to the names of Agnetha, Bjorn, Benny and Anna Fried, otherwise known as ABBA. The musical Mamma Mia was a worldwide hit both on stage and screen, and to pay tribute to the Swedish giants of pop, let me welcome our very own girl guides to the stage.
Can you believe we made it to 2020?
At long last, we reached the 2020s, our current decade. Thank goodness, I hear you all say. Who could have predicted that on the 23rd of March 2020, the whole of our country, and much of the rest of the world too, would be forced into lockdown because of a deadly new virus known as COVID-19? Our lives were all turned upside down, including our schools, hospitals, working from home, going out socialising, and even meeting together for worship. Church services moved online, and we had to learn to socially distance, and regular COVID testing became a new norm.
Also in 2020, Britain decided to leave the EU, known as Brexit, thrusting many businesses into turmoil, the fallout from which can still be seen today. Ongoing worldwide events, including the war between Russia and Ukraine, the Israeli-Gaza crisis, and more extreme weather patterns creating floods and wildfires on an increasingly worrying scale.
2020, our beloved monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, passed away at the age of 96, to be succeeded by her son, King Charles III, and his wife, Camilla, the Queen Consort. Donald Trump was voted in as president for the second term, and Taylor Swift embarked on her record-breaking EOS tour. We are currently experiencing an AI revolution, where we don't know if things are real or not anymore, and space exploration is once again making the headline thanks to billionaires such as Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos.
Closer to home, our minister passed out from the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst as a chaplain with the rank of captain, and the rest of us nearly passed out when we heard this. We stay now with Craig in the current day as we get the chance to listen into a meeting of the PW, where a drama group of 4 older ladies gets an unexpected chance to raise their profile in their original sketch entitled 3 Cheers for Jerry.
Jim, you can't possibly expect to play Principal Boy at every pantomime. Surely it's time to give one of the young ones a chance. Why? Well, their memories are better than ours, for one thing. And young Betty over there learns her lines first every time.
Are you suggesting that No, Jim. What Sheila means is that as we are all on the committee as well, we couldn't possibly have time to learn too many lines. But I'd rather resign from the committee and have a decent part in the pantomime. In fact, I might very well do that. You never seem to listen to my ideas.
Girls, really? As a new member, may I suggest that we get a bit more with it?
What exactly do you mean, Mary?
Well, these days, the part of the Principal Boy is very often taken by a man, a pop star, or a sportsman. And of course, the good fairy and the baddie are usually from a television soap opera.
Well, who do you suggest we ask? Someone like Van Morrison, the Belfast singer? Or what about Rory McIlroy, the internationally famous golfer? I could ask my Eddie to ask
Oh, Karen, you're taking me too literally. What I meant was, why don't we have some men in the cast for a change? I'm sure my Jerry would be only too happy to oblige. He has a very pleasant singing voice.
But we couldn't possibly have a man. We are a ladies' group. We always have been.
always will be. Men? Never, never. Don't you think, as a new member, that you ought to at least wait and see what our pantomimes are like? We have some excellent performers, really good performers. For instance, I always play the principal part. You should have seen me last year as Prince Charming.
We did. Jerry and I trotted over one afternoon before we moved in to see what Craigie Presbyterian had to offer in the way of entertainment.
You trotted over. It sounds as if you'd make a brilliant pantomime horse.
Oh, yes. My Jerry could do a very funny dance that would be most suitable.
Oh. Perhaps we could just do something a little different this year.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just for a change.
Well, funny you should say that. My Jerry has an absolute gem of an idea for a Christmas show.
Oh, yes?
Well, you see,
I vote we keep the same format as usual. With me as principal boy? Nearly the same plot. What do you mean?
oh Jane, I think you would make a very good wicked queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Me playing a horrid part like that? Oh, honestly, Mary, you don't seem to have any idea of show business.
Apart from which, in case it has escaped your notice, Mary, we don't have 7 really short ladies to play the dwarves.
Well, surely they could stoop. Or what about walking on their knees?
You must be joking. What about the arthritis?
Well, my Jerry swears by his jogging classes.
Well, how about Alibaba? We've never done that. And the costumes would be lovely. All glitter and sparkle. I can see it all.
And can you see all 40 of the thieves? May I remind you that we have 14 at the most in the drama group?
Well, the chorus could go round and round. Nobody would ever notice. We can't have dear old Carol going round and round and round. She gets ever so giddy. And anyway, I don't think the principal part of boy would be good for me. Can you see me standing up and shouting, "Open O celery"?
Jane, you would be such a fool. The term is open o sesame.
Oh, we don't know these foreign words.
My Jerry is ever so good with languages. He thinks everyone should learn one.
Look, we're getting nowhere at all. And if we can't agree, my vote is we just shelve it this year. I'm absolutely sure we could bring in some outside entertainers. A conjurer, a magician.
They don't even have those at kiddies' parties anymore. All right, clever clogs, what do you suggest? Something with a big part for me.
Oh, Jane, I think you've got quite enough big parts already.
Where
My Jerry always says,
Oh, blow your Jerry!
have I mentioned that he used to be a talent scout and a professional theatre director? Oh yes. Even though he's retired, he's still in great demand.
Professional.
Yes, a professional.
My goodness.
Well, perhaps I could bring him along to our next meeting. I feel sure he would be able to help. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes. Well, right then, I'll be off. High rocks and performer Pilates calling. I'm sure my Jerry will be able to sort you out.
A professional is what we've always needed.
3 cheers for Jerry! You might not realize that we've spent months rehearsing this. Much to our director's, well, I'm going to say annoyance. She's been brilliant throughout, but we do want to say to Mary, thank you very much, Mary, for your patience with us.
have finally reached the end of our story. I hope we have succeeded in giving you a flavour of what life was like over the last 125 years, both here in Craigavon and in the country as a whole. But perhaps the story is not quite over yet. Where do we go from here? What lies ahead of us? No one knows, but we can always try to leave this place in a better way than we found it.
You've got to come back to the future with me. For some reason, that's stuck in only travelling in 40 years' time. So it took me ahead to another 40 years in 2065.
Oh, tell me.
It's okay, it's not you.
Oh.
It's your children.
Oh.
Yes. You want to say 40 years on, okay?
Okay.
Well, it's not bad to worry about that.
Okay.
Alfie,
Uh-huh.
he's the CEO of Nintendo Games now.
Right.
Yeah. Jack, he's the new Justice Minister in the Northern Ireland Executive. Best of all, you'll be delighted with this, okay, Esme? Esme followed in her father's footsteps and became a minister.
All right.
And you've got to come back because it's General Assembly Week.
Okay.
And they're installing her as moderator. Yes, it did take that long to be the moderator. But anyway, so you need to come back.
Okay, well, let's go. But
hold on, I can't get in. There's something in there. There's something in there.
I don't know. It's not working. It's blocked.
It's somebody in there. It looks like a rather old Marilyn Monroe.
A rather old.
Hold on. Okay.
Mr. President. Happy birthday to the doctor. Baby Presbyterian Church.
Thank you. Yes, I thought the reason we're here tonight, obviously, is to say happy birthday to Craig for being 125 years old. Is that right? And as you were there at the start, weren't you? Oh, sorry. So we all are going to sing at the end, congratulations. But a little bird told me that there's a lot of birthdays in November at this time. And I think all the ones in the congregation will get their usual birthdays sung to them on Sunday after church. But there's what we call the three wise men, otherwise known as Jedward. Isn't that right? Because we've got Jim, John and Edward. So we have a birthday boy sitting here on the piano, whose birthday is today. Always like lying at the back of all that old man down there, the shovel-licking person. Jim McCurry, their church secretary, whose birthday is on Sunday. There's a certain person on this stage whose birthday is coming up on Tuesday, not right, remember saying? I won't tell you what age he was, but he's not really fair and he's not really fat, and the rest you can guess. So can we all sing a happy birthday to our three wise men, as we call them, okay? Oh, we're not right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John and Edward. Happy birthday to you. Totally unscathed. Do you remember at the start we were given a little pink bit of paper? Okay? That had the running word on it, but on the back of it are the words of congratulations. And to finish off, we're all going to sing this, just to wish a happy 125th birthday to Craiga, and I hope that this will not happen for at least another 125 years. We'll do it digitally from space or something then anyway. Okay, ready to sing along?
Congratulations and celebrations when we wish Rick a happy anniversary. Congratulations and jubilations for hearing Rick we're as happy as can be. Who could believe it? So long since we started, with all the fun and friendship has never parted. Remember good old days and think of when we left you. The people of Craiga walk into our hearts. Congratulations and celebrations, and we wish Craiga a happy anniversary. Congratulations and jubilations for hearing Craiga we're as happy as can be.
Anniversary dinner in April, don't forget. So get your tickets for that as well. We'll do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just thank you so much for coming tonight? And before she tries to retreat from the stage, I think we all owe Karen a big round of applause.
Not too bad, not too bad.